Welcome back, my fellow crypto enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's crucial for anyone navigating the digital landscape: cyber attacks. Picture this: a hacker lurking in the shadows of the internet, waiting for the perfect moment to slip through the cracks in your system. A cyber attack is like a digital heist, where these malicious actors gain unauthorized access to your computer networks, devices, or systems. Think of them as the digital equivalent of robbers breaking into a bank, but instead of cash, they're after your data, your operational control, or even your cryptocurrency stash. It's like a glitch in the matrix that threatens to unravel everything if we don't fix it fast. The stakes are high, especially in the crypto space. Did you know that in 2023 alone, cyber attacks resulted in a whopping $1.7 billion in stolen funds? And while the total value of stolen assets might have decreased compared to 2022, the sheer number of attacks has actually gone up. This means we can't afford to let our guard down for even a second. In the world of cryptocurrency, the bad guys have gotten pretty sophisticated. They're no longer just targeting decentralized finance, DeFi protocols as they once did. Sure, those were their favorite playgrounds for a while, but now they've diversified their attacks. They've moved on to easier, softer targets, like email phishing schemes that can ensnare the unwary. These schemes have cost victims millions of dollars, and they show no signs of slowing down. It's a reminder that while we're busy watching out for the big flashy attacks, we can't forget about the smaller, sneakier ones that can be just as devastating. Take phishing attacks, for example. You know those pesky spam emails we all get, the ones offering us free vacations or warning us that our bank account has been compromised. In the crypto world, phishing takes on a more sinister twist. These attacks are designed to trick you into revealing your private keys or seed phrases, basically the keys to your digital kingdom. The hackers might send you an email that looks like it's from your favorite crypto exchange, warning you that your account is in danger. The email will ask you to confirm your details by clicking on a link. Once you do, bam, they've got your keys, and just like that, your funds are gone. It's scary stuff, but there are ways to protect yourself. For starters, always use two-factor authentication. It adds an extra layer of security that makes it harder for hackers to get into your accounts. And before you enter any sensitive information online, double-check the URL. Make sure it's legit. Be extra cautious with emails and messages from unknown sources, because the hackers are getting better at making their scams look real. But phishing is just one type of attack. Another one that's been making waves is malware. Malware is malicious software that sneaks onto your devices and starts causing trouble. One of the most common types in the crypto world is cryptojacking. This is when malware gets into your system and starts using your computer's power to mine cryptocurrency without you even knowing it. Imagine waking up one day to find your computer running slower than usual, your electricity bill through the roof, and your CPU working overtime. That's cryptojacking at work. The malware is mining crypto for the hackers, all while you're left footing the bill. Attackers often inject this malicious code into websites or applications. It operates in the background, consuming your resources and draining your system's performance, all without your knowledge or consent. To protect yourself, make sure you install and regularly update trusted antivirus software. Only download apps from official and reputable sources, and be cautious with wallet apps and browser extensions. They might look harmless, but if they've been compromised, they could open the door for malware to slip in. Then there's ransomware, a particularly nasty type of malware. In a ransomware attack, the malicious software encrypts your files or wallets, effectively locking you out of your own data. The hackers then demand a ransom, usually in Bitcoin, in exchange for the decryption key. If you don't pay up, they threaten to delete your data or keep it locked forever. Remember the infamous WannaCry attack? It was one of the biggest ransomware attacks ever, and it demanded Bitcoin ransoms to unlock encrypted files. Then there's the RYUK malware, which targeted multiple organizations and demanded Bitcoin payments in return for the decryption keys. These attacks are terrifying, especially if you don't have backups of your important files. Denial of service, DDoS attacks are another tool in the hacker's arsenal. In a DDoS attack, the hacker floods a crypto exchange or blockchain network with so much traffic that the system slows down or crashes altogether. It's like trying to get into a concert when thousands of people are all pushing through the doors at once. The system gets overwhelmed, and eventually, it just stops working. DDoS attacks don't usually result in direct theft, but they can cause significant disruptions, especially if they target a major exchange or network. For instance, the Ethereum network faced a spam attack back in 2016. Hackers flooded the network with low-value transactions transactions, causing delays and frustrating users. To guard against these attacks, choose exchanges with strong security protocols. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your crypto across multiple exchanges, and, if possible, use hardware wallets to store your crypto offline. That way, even if an exchange goes down, your funds will be safe. Now, let's talk about man-in-the-middle attacks. These are a bit more sophisticated, and they involve the hacker intercepting communication between you and a crypto exchange or wallet. The goal? To steal your login credentials or private keys. In 2018, there was a high-profile man-in-the-middle attack targeting Ledger hardware wallets. The hackers altered the destination address during Bitcoin transactions, redirecting funds to their own wallets instead. It's a sneaky attack because, on the surface, everything seems normal. But behind the scenes, the hackers are intercepting and altering your communications. To protect yourself, make sure the websites you use have HTTPS connections. This encrypts the data being sent between you and the website, making it harder for hackers to intercept. Also, avoid using public Wi-Fi for crypto transactions, as these networks are often unsecured and easy targets for man-in-the-middle attacks. If you must use public Wi-Fi, consider using a VPN to encrypt your internet traffic and add an extra layer of protection. Then there are SQL injection attacks, which are particularly dangerous for platforms that handle a lot of sensitive information. In an SQL injection attack, the hacker exploits vulnerabilities in an application's handling of SQL code to gain access to the underlying database. This allows them to steal sensitive information, such as transaction records, private keys, or user information. In some cases, they can even alter or delete information from the database, interfering with the platform's operation or compromising the accuracy of related blockchain records. These attacks can be devastating, but they're also preventable. To guard against SQL injection, choose secure platforms with strong security measures. Developers should use parameterized queries or prepared statements, which are less vulnerable to SQL injection. Zero-day attacks are another type of cyber threat that you need to be aware of. These attacks exploit previously undiscovered vulnerabilities in crypto software or hardware, taking advantage of the fact that developers haven't had time to patch the vulnerability. Zero-day attacks are particularly dangerous because they strike before anyone even knows there's a problem. In March 2022, the Ronin network was hit with a zero-day attack that resulted in the theft of $625 million worth of crypto. It was a sobering reminder of just how vulnerable we all are to these kinds of attacks. Now that we've covered the different types of cyber attacks and social engineering scams, let's talk about what you can do to protect yourself in this ever-evolving landscape. First and foremost, education is your best defense. Stay informed about the latest threats and vulnerabilities, and make sure you understand the common tactics used by attackers. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be to spot potential attacks and take action to protect yourself. In addition to staying informed, it's crucial to use strong, unique passwords for all of your accounts. A weak password is like an open door to your digital life, inviting hackers to walk right in. Use a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters, and avoid using easily guessable information like your name, birth date, or favorite cryptocurrency. Consider using a password manager to generate and store your passwords securely. This way, you won't have to remember multiple complex passwords, and you'll reduce the risk of reusing the same password across multiple accounts. A common security mistake that can have devastating consequences if one account is compromised. Two-factor authentication, 2FA, is another critical layer of security that can help protect your accounts. By requiring a second form of verification, such as a code sent to your phone or generated by an authentication app, 2FA makes it much harder for attackers to gain access to your accounts, even if they have your password. Whenever possible, enable 2FA on your crypto exchanges, wallets, and other online accounts. It's a simple step that can significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Regularly updating your software and hardware is another important step in protecting yourself from cyber attacks. Developers are constantly working to patch vulnerabilities and improve security, so keeping your systems up to date is essential. In addition to keeping your software up to date, it's also important to back up your data regularly. If you're hit with a ransomware attack, having a recent backup of your files can be a lifesaver. In conclusion, the digital world is full of risks, but with the right knowledge and precautions, you can navigate it safely. Stay sharp, stay secure, and keep your crypto safe from the dark forces lurking in the digital shadows. Happy trading, and until next time, keep those keys close and your security tighter.